Today's project started with a little bit of cleaning in my craft room, and I ended up finding this Beach Days Postage Collage stencil tucked away in my stash. It's one of those supplies I completely forgot I had and made me wonder, what can I create with it now? So today I'm shopping my stash and giving this stencil new life by creating a fun beach themed postage collage card. Hi everyone, I'm Mindy Eggen and welcome to my channel. So here's a look at the Postage Collage Beach Themed Stencil. It is a three-part stencil. And what's really nice about these stencils is that they have some etchings on them to let you know what areas are supposed to be what color. So it'll say things like sand or water and sky to help give you a starting point. The other thing that I'm going to need is the Postage Collage Die, which I die cut out of white cardstock. So that's going to give me my base. I'm placing this on a grip mat and then placed the first layer of the stencil over the top to perfectly align with the design. The other thing I found in my stash, which I don't even know if I've ever used at all, are these masking corners from Waffle Flower. So it's really just the same type of material as the stencil. And you can see they're shaped in these L shapes. And I'm using them to mask off certain areas because on this particular stencil, we have some sand, we have sky and water. And I want to mask that off so I can really concentrate on that area and get those colors just right without overlapping and making a brown where I don't want it. So I started with the parts of the stencil that are for the sand. I used Sandy Beach ink for that from Gina K Designs. I'm going to move the stencil, and I always want to make sure that those masking corners, at least part of it, is touching the grip mat to help hold it in place. Now I'm moving on to the section of the stencil that is for the sky. And for that, I used sea glass. I'm also using the color sea glass for some of the water areas, which is designated on the stencil. Shifted that masking corners once again, making sure that it is touching the grip mat. And then I'm going to do the sky. And for that, I wanted to change the blue. I wanted it to be a different shade. So I'm using blue sky, which is a really nice bright blue for this. Now, in between shifting my masking corners, I am kind of taking it off on the side with a rag and cleaning it with some rubbing alcohol because if I do have any ink on it, like from the sand, I want to make sure I'm cleaning that off so it doesn't transfer to my sky. I'm peeling up this first layer of the stencil. You can see how our design is starting to lay out. I'm going to lay over the top the second layer of the stencil. And once again, using those masking corners, you can, of course, use post-it tape or post-it notes, something like that, which is what I typically use. But I was trying to conserve it because I go through it a lot. Now, on the umbrellas, I'm leaving that white. I moved on to the beak for my seagull, which I did in sweet mango. And the first section up on top was the water, which I believe I used sea glass. On parts of my umbrella down here at the bottom, I used red velvet. And I didn't realize that the stick for the umbrella or the handle was also included in there, but I just went with it. It's going to be red. We have a French fries that I did in sweet corn, and then some waves down here that I believe I did in tranquil teal. Now, I will admit I am a sucker when it comes to the postage collage stencils. I buy them all the time at the releases. I just never get around to creating it right away. So this one, I think I purchased it maybe last year and it just kind of sat in my stash, but as I was organizing my stencils and kind of moving things around, I rediscovered it and I was kind of in the mood for a beach theme, especially since we're still getting kind of that spring weather and even a little bit of snow in our area. So not only am I shopping my stash and rediscovering products that I already have, but it's also just putting me in a really nice, warm, happy place. So you can see I did some umbrellas that I did in a key lime and petunia, nice bright yellow or bright pinks and bright greens. I had done black for the eyes on the seagull. I'm doing prickly pear for the shadow layer on the French fries. But this one was a little finicky, a little almost too finicky for me because I need to do the base for the French fries too. So I had to do some creative masking there with the post-it tape. And then I came in with a classic red container for the French fries, then finished off with my sailboat in a nice dark tranquil teal. And that finishes off the actual layering stencil portion for the postage collage. Absolutely love this design. And now we come to another really fun part, which is going to be adding all of the postage markings to the front of the design. You could just leave it blank, but I really love that postage theme and how there are some coordinating stamp sets to go with each of the what do we call it? Theme of the stencil. So this one is the Beach Days Postage Collage Stamp Set, but I also brought in some things from the regular Postage Collage Stamp Set, which I will have all of that linked down below in the video description. And I'm also going to have a visual supply list linked on my blog if you want to take a look at that. I used the sealed sentiment stamp set to stamp out a sentiment and then cut it out with my coordinating die. And I haven't done any splatter for a while, so I'm adding some white acrylic speckle splatter to my background. And I had a little oops here. So one of my splatters actually landed like right in the middle of the eyeball of the seagull. And I'll show you how I fixed that, which is using something else in my stash that I don't remember or don't typically remember I have. So I added foam tape to the back of my postage collage, added it to a piece of Seaside cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And here was my fix. I am using black enamel dots right over the top of the seagull's eyes. That's covering that splatter that landed on his eye, but it also just looks really nice. It gives it a really polished and finished look. I added the sentiment using some foam tape. And then while I was looking for the black enamel dots, I came across these enamel hearts. Now, I couldn't find these to link these, but maybe you have something like this in your stash, maybe a different size from a different company. This one is Concord and Ninth, but there are just so many different things you could add to it. And I really loved the pop of red for the heart. I finished off by adding in some white gel pen highlights to some of the images to complete the card. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this project inspires you to take a look through your stash and rediscover something you may have forgotten about. It's always fun to give older supplies new life and turn them into something fresh and creative. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss future inspiration. I've linked all of the supplies I used in the video description below, and here's another video that I think you might enjoy.